Support Saturday, Isadora x Geitz. Welcome to Support Saturday, where I take a look at your support recommendation. Today's support comes recommended by Solara2748, and we're looking at a fairly cute support in Isadora x Geitz. Unlike any other support that I've seen, this one starts off following the perspective of Isadora, who hears Geitz scream off screen. She then moves to where Geitz is to discover a small bird perched on top of his head. According to Geitz, this bird came by and perched on top of his head mid-battle, meaning Geitz got some Disney princess energy to him, where the birds felt protected by his immaculate warrior strength. So much so that Isadora finds that the bird is nesting on top of Geitz's head. Clearly a little confused and annoyed that the bird is doing this, Geitz wonders why it's happening on its head and not anyone else's head, which Isadora replies back essentially with, "Your hair do be looking like a nest though," and then teases him further by saying that she thinks it looks cute. Geitz, a proud warrior, can't have this happening, so he tries to shoo the bird away, but to no avail. Some time has clearly passed in their B support and the bird is still on top of Geitz's head. Isadora starts off by greeting Geitz, but this time also greeting his new friend in the bird. Geitz is still a little bit annoyed and wants Isadora to try and help get rid of it, but instead Isadora asks if he named it yet. Now even more annoyed, Geitz proclaims that this isn't a pet, but Isadora completely ignores him and calls the bird Wilson. Geitz is taken aback by this name, asking if she just called this bird Wilson, and then proclaims that this bird doesn't act like a Wilson, which Isadora can't help but laugh a little at. It's mentioned that he tried feeding it a little bit here and there, but that it might need proper bird food, and they suggest going to Merlinus later to get proper bird food. Geitz proclaims that it isn't cause it's a pet, he just doesn't want to see it die. In their A support, Wilson has left the nest, and the once annoyed Geitz is clearly a little bit sad that the bird has flew away from his head. While he complains that the bird would not stop chirping day and night, it's clear by this point in time that Geitz has started to really like the bird. Isadora offers some kind words here though, saying that she heard he was on a journey with no destination and that he was looking for a place he belonged. Geitz agrees to this statement before Isadora continues by saying, "I think that little bird was much like you then. Perhaps it was on a journey of its own, and it may have flown ahead to the place where you both belong." This must have resonated with Geitz a little bit because his gusto seemed to have come back as he replies that the bird actually meant nothing to him and that he's glad that it's gone. Isadora, very mature, very demure, just agrees with his statement, but she knows better and Geitz also knows better. That bird meant a lot to him, and the support conversation ends with Isadora laughing. Geitz is a character that doesn't get a lot of attention because you either get him or Wallace in your playthrough, and Wallace has the added bonus of being a character that you get in Lin mode and he promotes to a general off-rip. So if you were like me and have never played a Fire Emblem game at that point, Wallace was kind of cool for being stronger than everyone else. I know better now, but that's just the reality of how things were back in the day. But thankfully, this support is very Geitz's favorite / focus. Geitz at heart is a very good person, the type of guy that left his riches because he realized it was built off the back of slaves and children. And it's perhaps why the bird came to him in the first place. Animals have been long believed to be attracted to good people, i.e. Disney princesses. And while he claims he disliked the bird, he cared for it deeply and even felt sad when the bird finally moved on. So this support gives us a glimpse of what kind of person Geitz is, as well as how understanding Isadora can be as well.